few days ago, Friday to be exact, was the release of Star Wars The Complete Saga on Blu-ray. I was very upset that a certain scene in Star Wars that has been in Star Wars since the movie was released has never been fixed. And because of that, I said I was going to wait to do my review. Well, I've actually just finished watching Return of the Jedi on Blu-ray, and I'm ready to make some comments about it. I liked it. I know I look like I'm tired. I have been up all night watching Star Wars. I have been up all night watching the 6 in a row, and I really liked it a lot. It was very clear. It was very pristine. The sound that came out from it was wonderful. I would say from an observer's point of view, if I wanted to have like a pristine copy of Star Wars, this was it. This was by far and away a clear copy. There were, I must say though, and this is because honestly, it's because of the new technology. There were, from my standpoint, and this is more of a technical standpoint, I did see where there were problems. Now, like I said, it was clear, it was crisp, it was wonderful to watch. But, here's where the buts are going to come in. It was too clean. What do I mean by too clean? One of the complaints that I had in my earlier assessment of the missing special effects for the lightsaber scene between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader on the Death Star was it was so clean you could see the dust bouncing off of the lightsabers as they were hitting. Now, that if you're watching the film and you're into the film, you're not going to notice it, but this is Star Wars. This is a film that people watch again and again and again and again. If I probably had watched Star Wars once or twice, I probably wouldn't have caught the whole lightsaber thing. Watching it over 50 times, let's be honest, okay, watching it over 200 times, you notice those things. And they start to become glaring because every time you go to it, you see it. There were, I know the touting of virtual sets is a plus in Hollywood. I think it was worse in Phantom Menace. It got better as it went along, but virtual studios, they're very unforgiving in Blu-ray because what looked kind of okay even in DVD with the backgrounds looked fake. Let's be blunt, it looked fake in Phantom Menace. As I said, as the technology got better, it became better. And that's what I think is going to happen with a lot of projects like this. As people go back and they want to put films on Blu-ray that really weren't filmed for the format, technically you're going to have these types of problems where something that looked great one way didn't look great in the new technology. I have not gotten to the special discs that were with it, and I know I should, and that may be a separate review. But I specifically wanted to do Star Wars and see how Star Wars was as a film and as a series. And you know another thing, and maybe because I was tired, I'll give that as a caveat, but when watching the first film to the last film as a continuous thing, Jar Jar still was a pain, but not as much of a pain. Jake Lloyd wasn't as bad. Okay, he was still bad, but he wasn't as bad. I think maybe we've become too critical of the film, where we have so much invested in this film of people that are Star Wars fans, and I know that most of the general population goes, "Oh, I don't understand why you guys don't care about Star Wars," until, of course, you start talking about their football team or baseball team, and then they want to jump down your throat. But they don't equate the two. They don't equate how we're just as passionate about Star Wars as they would be passionate about baseball or passionate about football. And yes, a baseball game and a football game, sure, we've heard all the myths and stuff about, the game and camaraderie and teamwork and stuff like that. We like Star Wars. And we want to defend Star Wars to the death as far as people understanding the impact it gave on our lives. Now, I still am going to say people that are fans are going to be able to can get the original version. This is not the original version. This wasn't one in theaters. This is a different take in that regards. As regards as, oh, is this the pure Star Wars? No. There have been changes. There have been tweaks. They're there. But it's still Star Wars. You can still show this to a kid, and a kid is going to get it, and a kid's going to understand. I mean, I would rather sit my child, which I don't have, but if I had a child, I would rather sit them down in front of Phantom Menace, Return of the Jedi, any one of the Star Wars films. I would rather sit them down with that and have them learn values and talk to them and sharing stuff that way than going to a baseball game. But that's just me. That's me, And yeah, maybe I'd want my kid to see the originals, but guess what? I got the originals. They're there. I can show them to them. But that's a whole other story. The thing is, I think this Blu-ray version is very good. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. I will definitely sing it again and again and again. I will say this, and this has nothing to do with the Blu-ray, but RCA, you make crappy Blu-ray players. I'm sorry, gotta say it. I bought a Blu-ray player that was an RCA. I probably should have paid more money for it because this was the cheapest version they had, but I figured it would play. It had some problems in playing Star Wars, and it had nothing to do with the DVD. It had to do with the equipment. So that's my only gripe, but it has nothing to do with Star Wars. It has to do with the equipment. But I was able to get it to work the way I needed it to work, and I saw 6 movies. Love them. I was up all night. So I want to thank you for listening in, and I'm going to bed. I need some sleep. So I will talk to you next time with more reviews.